I mean, growing up, from when I first moved to Australia, all I wanted to be was an Olympic swimmer. So from when I was 7, that was my goal, and I knew that 2012 was the first Olympics that I'd be old enough to qualify. I moved to Australia in 2001, which was straight after the Olympics. So I remember watching the Olympics and watching all the amazing Australian swimmers and being like, oh yeah, that's what I want to do. Like, if I'm going to go to Australia, I better do that, because that seems to be what they're really good at. Rio was an interesting Olympics. I mean, they've all been really, really different. I loved Rio. I was really happy with my performances there. My first Olympics, I just did the 50 freestyle, and I missed the final by one place, so it was nice to jump into a few Olympic finals. It's my favourite thing, just like stepping up behind the blocks and there's 8 of you there and it all gets decided in the next minute, and it's an Olympics, so literally anything goes. Just being part of that is huge. It's very weird for me looking back at my career, because it feels like it's gone for a really long time. Growing up, you think that it's just going to be one Olympics. Like, all I wanted to do was make an Olympic Games, and now to think that this would be my 3rd one that I'm going to is quite surreal, and everyone's been very different, and it's not at all what I sort of imagined it would be. I sort of thought that when you go to the Olympics you become a different person, but it turns out that you actually don't. In my event, domestic competition is so strong that I'm not even missing having international competitions. The best people in the world are in Australia, so I'm very fortunate that I get to race against them all the time. My goal for the last few years has been to swim a personal best time in an Olympic final. That's it. Most people don't actually swim their best in an Olympic final, so that's the goal. When you're standing up behind the blocks, you have to remember that this is like your dream, and there's a lot of pressure in the moment as a 27-year-old. But inside the 27-year-old, there's also the little 7-year-olds who just loved watching the Olympics, and like their only dream was just to go to the Olympics and what that would feel like, and to try to keep that excitement and then that gratitude that you managed to do that.